Exclusive contract from Feilu Novel Network Novel. Voyage. In the chat group, it turns out to be me from all over the world. Chen Mu traveled to the world of pirates and activated the chat skirt system. He originally intended to use this skirt to make a living and survive in another world, but the person inside the chat skirt turned out to be himself from all over the world. Huoying Chen Mu joins chat skirt, Ball Chen Mu joins chat skirt, Marvel Chen Mu joins chat skirt, covering the sky, and Chen Mu joining chat skirt quickly, after clarifying the current situation. Everyone decided to cooperate sincerely and help all members overcome difficulties together. Marvel Chen Mu. Big shots, I'll lend you some help and use it as you please. I'll go fight to the death. Huoying Chen Mu. I want to shake the fruit. The crispy skin of Huoying World dies at a touch. Ball Chen Mu. This is the turtle-style qigong of our Dragon Ball universe. You can use it. Chen Mu. People are in Mount Taishan, and Jiulong has just begun to pull the coffin. It's much harder for you to survive in the mysterious world. Please save me. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Premature Death, for me. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1. Premature Death, for me. Marin Fando. An inconspicuous location. An unimportant ship. Ding. The chat group system is activated. You have joined the Zhu chat group just as he finished mopping up the water stains on the deck. Chen Mu's legs trembled with excitement and a big fork hit the deck directly. The golden finger is here. God TM's golden finger is here. It's been a year. Do you know how I came through this year? Day and night, that's scary. He rolled around with a lazy old dagger, glutinous rice rolls with sweet bean flour, touching his snot and putting the mop in his hand. Chen Mu. Crosser. This is 1 year after he came to this world. One Piece world. In 1520. Chen Mu himself is a simple person with little talent and not much money, just like thousands of migrant workers, living a life of survival. But one day, in order to save a little girl, his head was hot and he actually stepped forward and staged a heroic act. The consequences are very obvious. Chen Mu had a car accident on his own after pushing away the girl. Poor thing, he was only 18 years old back then after the incident. Chen Mu was surprised to find that he had come to the world of the Pirate King. It was not the anime, but the third dimension. All kinds of dangers made him sad. Not only that. What's even worse is that the system didn't follow the person who came. According to the prompts provided by the system, there have been too many people crossing the border recently, and the crossing company needs to complete the procedures. Only after complete approval can the golden finger be sent. This drag lasted for a whole year. Chen Mu's head is getting bigger. In this year, he struggled and struggled, doing all kinds of dirty and tiring work. Not only did he not learn anything himself, but he almost lost his life in the hands of pirates. Navy Type 6. Devil Fruit. Not present. There's nothing at all. Ordinary people can't afford to just understand the 6 styles of the Navy, let alone the devil fruit. Even if one has money to exchange for it, the time and talent spent are multiplied. An ordinary Navy can learn something like iron from joining the army to retiring. Don't even think about being domineering or something like that. At this point, he finally understood that without some ability to stand by, even in a different world, ordinary people would still not be of great use. This is a very cruel fact. Chen Mu, why are you still daydreaming here? Has the floor been mopped up yet? As he was daydreaming, several navies passed by him. These few people are just fooling around, looking like they are all empty-handed. I don't know if the yellow ape will come to inspect today. If he finds out he's not doing well, be careful not to blow your head off. These people are all veterans, and they usually know how to hang out, especially after being under the command of the yellow ape, which is even more uncontrollable. After seeing Chen Mu in a daze, he sneered and threw cigarette butts and other miscellaneous items onto the bright deck. Mop it clean. They looked at Chen Mu with disdain. Chen Mu's fist has already been clenched. Naval tradition. The Navy is a high-risk industry, often bullied by pirates. Not only are they often assassinated, but they are also beaten up by various powerful pirates. There is no dignity or status to speak of. Not to mention the arrival of the pirate era, nowadays the great pirates are becoming increasingly difficult to deal with, not to mention killing pirates. Being able to survive is a luxury. The Navy is naturally under a lot of pressure. The veteran couldn't teach the pirates a lesson, so he vented his pressure on the newly enlisted soldiers. Chen Mu has no temper and doesn't like to hang out with people, so he naturally suffers from the exclusion of veterans everywhere. If it weren't for the system prompt back then that after enduring for a year, there would be golden fingers to use, he would definitely not have been able to persist. If you are afraid of inspection, you can personally clean it. We apologize for not accompanying you. I remember that besides me, there was also your signature on this contracted land, right? He looked at the people present coldly. The training of the Navy is carried out by several navies as a team, and these large ships are contracted by several people together. If something really happens, these people cannot escape responsibility. Previously, I didn't dare to show off, but now that I have golden fingers, I naturally don't need to worry anymore. If you want to die, I'll accompany you. Anyway, my contracted area has already been cleaned. He backed his hands and turned away, completely ignoring these arrogant veterans. How did your grandson talk? We are all elderly people, why don't we do less work? The older brothers showed great compassion and asked you to exercise more. If it were someone else, they wouldn't have had the opportunity yet. They quickly returned, but Chen Mu's figure had gradually faded away. Rest room. Chen Mu arrived here alone. Ding, congratulations to the host for joining the Tianzhu chat group. Ding, you have become the administrator of this group. Ding, we are currently extracting group members for you. This period of time will take a long time, please be patient, host. Ding, waiting. Hurry up, Chen Mu spat out his frustration. The voice just now is a female voice, like a lark, echoing in Chen Mu's ear. It's very standard, just like the radio voice of the airport. After Chen Mu confirmed that there was no one around, he quietly began to check. Send red envelopes, prohibition, lease, add new member, 4 functions. Although there are few functions, there is everything that should be available. In front of him was a huge screen, like a projection, but Chen Mu knew that only he could see it. Finally, there is an extension. Later on, there was a plus sign, which should be a feature that has not been enabled yet. Chen Mu knew that his level was low and he couldn't activate it, and he was too lazy to experiment. As soon as I slipped my hand, I began to study. TSK, it doesn't seem like there's anything unusual, he shook his head. This chat group style system is very ordinary and not very novel, just like any time travel novels he had read before. QQ template. Vertical. Ding, we have detected 4 members of the heavenly group for you. Please confirm and add them. Do you want to add it? It's needless to say, yes. Chen Mu hurriedly said. I have read novels in my past life, especially time travel novels. This kind of chat group routine has been well understood since I was young and inexperienced. I am not unfamiliar with this routine and just clicked the confirm button. Ding, the host has confirmed the addition and is adding members to the group for the host. Ding, Chen Mu has joined and detected the Fire Shadow World. Ding, Chen Mu has joined and Dragon Ball World has been detected. Ding, Chen Mu has joined and detected Marvel World. Ding, Chen Mu has joined and detected the world of Covering the Sky. What does it mean? Chen Mu looked at the system prompt with a question mark. The system has been repeated 4 times. All the names are the same except for the last epilogue. Chen Mu. How could there be 4 of me? Chen Mu rechecked the names of the group members and found no issues. The 4 members added are really called Chen Mu. Why do you still have a SIM card? Chen Mu stared with big eyes and small eyes. The system that I have been waiting for a year in vain is not a defective product, is it? He panicked directly. Chapter 2. Sorry, I am an administrator. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 2. Sorry, I am an administrator. After swallowing deeply, Chen Mu's whole body was stirred up. Be good, not a single one spoke up. It seems that this system is still stuck. Don't let anything happen again. I can't wait for a year. Thoughts flashed by. A draft of the originally empty chat group appeared. Brothers, my name is Chen Mu, and you are. Just as it was about to be sent, Chen Mu suddenly withdrew this paragraph. No, no. It's not really outrageous to say that. We are authentic travelers, how can we chat like ordinary people? Change your name first. The Supreme Immortal Emperor, not bad, this title sounds loud. Chen Mu laughed. The draft reappeared with words. What do you know about our chat group after being in the group for so long? Place your finger on the send button. The originally ordinary chat group suddenly moved. Supreme Immortal Emperor. After joining the group for so long, what do you know about our chat group? Supreme Immortal Emperor. After joining the group for so long, what do you know about our chat group? Supreme Immortal Emperor. After joining the group for so long, what do you know about our chat group? Supreme Immortal Emperor. After joining the group for so long, what do you know about our chat group? Chen Mu. The 4 words are exactly the same, which makes Katon more realistic. Chen Mu was already panicked when he saw this. I don't know, the system I finally obtained is really a defective product. With so many words stuck on this day, it's not worth it. I'm afraid we won't see each other for a while, we'll all have news of 99 plus. He quickly wanted to type and pretend to be forced. Ding. 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 The Liantian group rang again. The same 4 sentences. The Supreme Immortal Emperor. I know for 1,000 years on this throne, and for 10,000 years on this throne. Do you have any doubts? The Supreme Immortal Emperor. I know for 1,000 years on this throne, and for 10,000 years on this throne. Do you have any doubts? The Supreme Immortal Emperor. I know for 1,000 years on this throne, and for 10,000 years on this throne. Do you have any doubts? The Supreme Immortal Emperor. Chen Mu. This time Chen Mu realized something was wrong. Apart from repeated pauses, what these people said happened to be what they wanted to say. He was eager to establish himself and had already thought of the words to fill the cup. But what they said was exactly what he thought. Supreme Taoist Ancestor. Why do you learn to speak like me? Taoist Supreme. Why do you learn to speak from me? Eternal Emperor. Why do you learn to speak from me? Tianyi Shinjun. Why do you learn to speak like me? There are 4 more sentences. But the name has finally changed this time. Although the B square of the name is still so high. Profile, there has been a slight change compared to just now. Damn it. I already know this time. These emotions are really me. Thinking is so synchronized. The style of naming is so similar, it's really impossible to say it's not twins. But Chen Mu knew he was an only child. Where would there be so many brothers with hearts and minds? The truth is already very clear. The 4 characters who joined their own chat group are all different versions of themselves. I'm afraid all of myself in the parallel world have traveled through it. Son of Destiny. Don't be noisy, you know what heaven is, what earth is, what nature is, what 3 disasters, 7 difficulties, and 26 days of chaos. Unique God. The so called heaven and earth care about our true selves. I am the heaven, I am the earth, and nature is nothing more than a multitude of beings. The 3 disasters and 7 difficulties are just a calamity in the mortal world. The Luo Jun. It's interesting. I didn't expect to cross the long river of time, let the wind and frost blow for millions of years, and there are still Taoist friends who can share the same view with me. When I fought against the 28 constellations and 76 ancient demon gods, I couldn't find anyone with similar aspirations. Tai exiled immortals. There are quite a few Taoist friends in this group, but naturally, this heaven and earth are just a wisp of dust before I ascended. The heaven and earth were created by me, and naturally were born for me. This star constellation and demon god are just a small stepping stone before becoming immortal. You are still a bit immature. Sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph, filling a cup is incomparable. Not only did he speak freely, but he also replied very quickly. If it weren't for people who play with phones all year round, it's hard to imagine being able to manipulate so many words on such advanced equipment. Chen Mu only wanted to show disdain for these pretentious self. Why didn't you see before that I was so awesome? Half a while has passed. The record of the chat group has changed from 99 plus to 999 plus now. It seems that the tolerance of this group is still very high. If Chen Mu does not stop it, it is estimated that chatting to 9,999 will not be a problem. Enough, everyone, stop pretending. I'm the administrator, I'm showcasing my cards. Chen Mu spoke directly in the chat group. This reminder instantly exploded in the group. Emperor Azeroth. What, said the Lich God, the tomb keeper of the present and underworld. Archaeologist from Wanjie. Everyone turned their question mark faces onto the screen. Isn't it? There's actually an administrator in this group. Administrator. Shouldn't it be me? I'm the protagonist, right? This is my system, what's wrong? I thought it was a defective product, but now it's really a defective product. How can I use it? Why do I feel a bit wrong when I hear you say that? Who the hell are you? After a series of QA, the people in the group finally saw some clues. First the same answer, then the same voice at the end. The group members here seem to be very similar to their own personalities. Opening their mouths is eternal. The boastful bulls seem to understand each other, as if they were alone. Now that the administrator has spoken out, their words have become more similar. Chen Mu said, "All right, everyone, stop filling cups. Let me explain. Chen Mu. You are all Chen Mu, different from Chen Mu in parallel worlds. Saving the little girl led to crossing over, and everyone's result is the same. Times for the air came to a sudden halt. Everyone present suddenly choked up. Ling Jianzun. Awkward. Bloodthirsty battle. The embarrassment of capitalization. The first sweeping monk. No wonder I see that everyone's chat style is very similar to mine. Emotions are all my own, said Huoying. Once the soul of Zhong'er is ignited, it's really difficult to extinguish it, not to mention that I have truly become a traveler, said Ling Jianzun, bloodthirsty battle. Yes, I should have said less if I had known earlier. Now, looking at what I just said, I really wish I could crawl into the cracks of the ground. First sweeping monk. +1 Ling Jianzun. +1 Huoying. +1 Chen Mu. +1 Even the silent Chen Mu himself chose to follow the trend. These people are actually himself, which is really embarrassing. Alright, let's all change our names to our own world, said Chen Mu. Chen Mu said, it's not a solution to keep doing this. Changing it to the world is also easy to identify. Okay. Times 4 soon. The information bar has undergone a sudden change. Their respective names have changed. Fire Shadow Dragon Ball, covering the sky, Marvel, Pirate. Chapter 3. Integrating resources, we can't give time through. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3. Integrating resources, we cannot embarrass the passers-by +15 worlds. Endless changes. Basically, they are all completely different worlds, with different worldviews and even different power systems. Hokage and pirates should be quite close. They all belong to the long anime genre. Dragon Ball and it.Chen are a bit messed up, all of them are destroying stars and destroying the Earth. Marvel, on the other hand, is a technological plane, and compared to other worlds, it is the only three-dimensional world. However, the main battlefield of this world is not local, which is very regrettable. Marvel. Do you have any opinions? What is your current situation? It took me a year just to learn a foreign language, which is killing me. Marvel is indeed the most miserable. A world like Dragon Ball and Hokage, I have just crossed over and learned about it. Chen Mu himself is a Japanese otaku, and if he speaks Japanese in just 2 days, he will slip away. Pirate. I'm quite ordinary here. When I cross over, I'm a navy, and I have a skill called Lan Jiao. However, at this cultivation speed, I'm afraid I won't be able to use it for a year or two, so it shouldn't be of much use. He shared this trick by sending red envelopes. It didn't cause much sensation. It seems that the waves are calm. Huoying. I am from the Azibo clan. Before that, I had already learned the basic 3-body techniques. Your lawn foot has too little effect and the difficulty of cultivation is too high. It is really useless and probably not useful. I have a powerful fireball here, which should be stronger than yours. He shared the fireball with me. Everyone tried it out. But because there was no chakra, it was temporarily put on hold. After discussion, it should be possible to replace it with other energy, but each is still in the development stage and it is unclear how to replace it. As for the others, they also began to introduce their own situations. Dragon Ball World. Dragon Ball Chen Mu is a follower next to the god of destruction Elephant Pa. In his early years, he gained recognition from Elephant Pack for his refined cooking skills. After a year of hard work, we have already obtained a portion of the true teachings of the god of destruction. According to him, it is estimated that we have reached the level of over 3. Huoying. Dragon Ball Brother is amazing. In the future, when everyone encounters difficulties, they will all rely on you to cover them up. Marvel. Agree. Covering the sky. Agree +1, Pirate. Agree +1, covering the heavenly world. Chen Mu traveled through time and became Yi Fan's classmate. At present, we have arrived at Mount Taishan. The plot of Jiulong pulling the coffin is about to begin, and a solution has not yet been thought of. Upon hearing this, everyone present came to their senses. Hokage. Master of Shadows, don't forget your teammates in parallel time and space when you cross the ages in the future. Marvel. With my mediocre technology, where can I compare to you? I hope to come and redeem myself as soon as possible after shattering time and space. Marvel. These days are really unbearable. Dragon Ball. The 9 Dragons coffin should be starting soon, right? Remember to save your life in the corner. Don't be fooled by me now, I'll rely on big shots in the future. Among numerous planes, the upper limit of covering the sky should be the highest. Although the worldview of Dragon Ball is also very powerful, its abilities are too limited, and any superpower can play with the protagonist in various ways. Not to mention the ever-changing cultivation mantras. When it comes to real fights, Dragon Balls cannot cover the sky in the later stages. Finally, after ranking summary. Covering the Sky, Dragon Ball Marvel, Hokage, Pirates, Huoying and Pirates are actually very controversial. Even Chen Mu, who often stays at home, cannot fully distinguish them. Judging solely from the combat power, the early pirates completely crushed Huoying. The initial combat power of Hokage was mostly composed of crispy mages with immense power in their moves, but in the world of pirates, they may not even be able to catch up with human shadows. But later on, it's incredibly strong. What are the various techniques of seeking Dao Yu, Tian Zhao, and Fei Lei Shen? They are unimaginable and completely incomparable to the early days. As for the three great generals among the pirates, they are not weak either. The Flying Thunder God is ultimately no match for the sparkling fruit of the Yellow Ape. No matter how fast the curse seal is formed, it cannot compare to a person with fruit ability. As for the 6 immortals with the highest combat power, compared to the 4 emperors, they should be able to crush one head, but the Pirate King's highest combat power has not appeared. No one knows what other means the world government has behind it. It's really hard to say about this kind of variety. As for other worlds, there is no controversy. No matter how strong Marvel is, it cannot do Dragon Ball. Miyaba has put in a lot of effort to destroy life, while Dragon Ball only needs one finger to destroy the universe. The whole king played with the planet like marbles, and such combat power could no longer be expressed in words. If it weren't for the mysterious nature of the world, there would be no way to suppress it. This is the scariest thing. Everyone, please don't flatter me anymore. I still don't know your own situation, can I? The world of Covering the Sky is quite awkward. Chen Mu is the protagonist's classmate. I probably didn't make any moves on Yi Fan in the early stage, but I definitely didn't have a great liking for him at the alumni meeting, otherwise I wouldn't have lost so much confidence. Yi Hei is really difficult to contact, no wonder no one believes him, said Zhiqian. I spent a year dealing with him, but this guy is still quite impressive and difficult to come by. Those classmates in the original work despised him for a reason, said Zhiqian. This product can't even join the general public. Dragon Ball. Marvel. If you can't handle it, we won't be able to handle it on our end, said Huoying. The world of Covering the Sky is already considered quite good. Before Jiulong pulled the coffin, the world of Covering the Sky was actually the world of ordinary people, and compared to other worlds, there was not much danger. People from other worlds must be the 6th in the beginning. Otherwise, I would have died a long time ago. Huoying. If I guess right, the Uchiha clan is about to be annihilated. I spent a long time talking to Itachi, but it seems like I couldn't change his determination. If I don't find a way to improve my strength, I'm afraid my life will be ruined. 4. The weasel is going to exterminate its people. Pirate. No, haven't you ever considered whistleblowing? Huoying. I've thought about it, but as a member of the Uchiha clan, I never had the chance to see Huoying. And, as you all know, the truth behind Itachi's extermination of the clan is what it is. Marvel. It was originally planned by Hokage. It seems like this. You are indeed worse off than me. After the Uchiha clan planned a rebellion, Itachi informed the 3 generations back then. It can be said that the downfall of the Uchiha clan was all with the tacit consent of the 3rd generation, so even if Chen Mu from the Hokage world wanted to react with the leader, he had no chance to do so. This is an official decision. I think we should consolidate our resources. If we continue to fight on our own, we may soon be destroyed by others, said the pirate. If our interlopers are destroyed by someone, it would be really embarrassing, said the pirate Marvel. Shame +1, Covering the Sky. Shame +1, Dragon Ball. Shame +1. Chapter 4. Cooperation, cooperation, cooperation is necessary. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4. Cooperation, cooperation, cooperation is necessary. Ding, member Chen Mu sends a red envelope. Do you want to click to collect it? Confirm receipt. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the triple body technique X1, which includes stand-in technique, clone technique, and transformation technique. Ding, member Chen Mu sends a red envelope, do you want to click to collect it? Confirm receipt. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the basic forging method of the 6th universe. Ding, member Chen Mu sends a red envelope, do you want to click to collect it? Confirm receipt. Congratulations to the host for obtaining basic technological capabilities. The 3 abilities are the 3-body technique of Hokage World, the forging technique of Dragon Ball World, and the scientific research technology of Marvel World, but the scientific research of Marvel World can be basically ignored. The protagonist of Marvel is currently working under Iron Man, and as a trainee, he doesn't have much resources. With this little thing in his hands, he can only manufacture some firearms. The means are very ordinary and average. The 3-body technique currently requires energy drive. Except for Chen Mu from Dragon Ball World, the protagonists from other worlds cannot use it at all, and Chen Mu from Dragon Ball World has fully mastered the local power after gaining the favor of the destructive god, Elephant Pa. If chakra doesn't have it, then use gas instead. All 3-body techniques have not stumped Chen Mu in the Dragon Ball World. This is also the only place where everyone feels fortunate. Chakra can replace it, which is good news. Finally, take an inventory. The world of covering the sky can serve as a later hope for everyone, with the strongest cultivation system. But the plot has not yet started, and it is also the weakest side in the early stages. The world of Hokage is currently the most dangerous. Itachi's extermination of the clan is just around the corner. Chen Mu from the Fire Shadow World is also the one who needs rescue the most, and after discussion, everyone will definitely focus on him. Once there is a treasure of decision-making, it naturally needs to be used on him. Dragon Ball doesn't need to be considered. With the support of the god of destruction like Pa, at least in the early stages, it will have to walk horizontally. However, it should be noted that if he doesn't serve like Pa, he may lose his life. He is also the only person who can only rely on himself. Marvel and pirates are currently calm, so there is nothing worth noting. Pirate. Let's do this for now. When the plot progresses, we'll consider it. Huoying brother will try Dragon Ball Brother's chi cultivation method first, and also find an opportunity to go out of the village to do tasks. Once you have the opportunity to leave, don't go back to the village. It's important to save your life, said the pirate. Okay, said Huoying. I also have this intention. The discussion among the group was completed. After confirming that there were no omissions, the system was shut down. On the deck, the familiar footsteps were operating rapidly. Hurry up. The front line is tight, the Yellow Ape General has already set off. What are you waiting for? Who gave you the courage to be late? Several corporal were anxiously shouting on the deck. Received news that the pirate forces have gathered on the island of Shampoo Land. As the most important stop in the New World, the world government will not sit idly by. Not long after, orders were given to the nearby Yellow Ape. Yellow Apes, as the old fogey of the world government, although very reluctant, they can only muster people in a consistent manner. At this point, has already set sail with numerous warships. The protagonist and others belong to the new army group. Although they have followed the Yellow Ape, their strength is average and they usually follow behind as logistics. I don't know what happened this time, but they were suddenly mobilized, which is confusing. I heard that this time we are besieging a supernova from the pirates. This is not an ordinary person, any captain can crush hundreds of us. Isn't it possible? A supernova. Isn't that a long-standing hegemon in various sea areas? How could it be? If we go over here, we can still handle it. Let's go deliver it. The Navy still discussed it. Chen Mugong had just come out of the lounge and was dumbfounded when he heard the old soldier's discussion. Supernovae. No way, isn't it? Is it supposed to be going to the Shampoo Islands? The seasoned traveler naturally knows the plot, and the Shampoo Islands are a prelude to the official collision between pirates and the Navy. The so-called supernovae refer to the emerging hegemons in various sea areas, not only being the protagonists of this era, but also including the pirate protagonist Luffy. At this time, Chen Mu was just an ordinary navy. Although he had already gained some abilities, he didn't have enough time to cultivate. Where are these opponents of supernovae? Now it's over. It's just a gift. What are you arguing about? I just let you go and raid the formation. Do you really expect you new recruits to compete with supernovae? The superior has already sent a message, asking the Yellow Ape Lord to personally take action. You are just watching from the side and exercising your horizons. The corporal naturally wouldn't ignore the soldier's argument. If the morale of the army is chaotic, then it is really chaotic. So it's like this, it scared me to death. I really thought I was going to compete with a supernova. A few veterans breathed a sigh of relief. Hey, you coward, don't even talk about raiding the formation. Even if I really go there, what can I do? It's just a supernova. When I was young, I saw it before. When I was young, I even fired a few shots at a supernova. The corporal also started boasting. Without pressure, people like to fill cups, regardless of the world. Chen Mu couldn't help but shake his head as he watched the movements of these people. He saluted the corporal and then returned to his post. A few hours later. Shampoo Island. The final new recruits arrived, and the other navies naturally began to gather. 10 Navy warships have gathered on the outskirts of the island. These are experienced veterans with considerable strength from various regions. In addition to some sergeant-level cadres, there are even several generals in this field. You should know that the rank of lieutenant general is generally the backbone of the world government's combat power, and being able to pull 10 warships sitting in the position of lieutenant general can be imagined the level of attention that the world government places on supernovae. Chen Mu did not see the yellow ape. His new army company is located on the outskirts of the battleships. In addition to the main battleships, there are also many naval vessels nearby, densely packed from left to right, almost completely encircling the entire island of Shamba. Roughly speaking, there are at least tens of thousands of troops. With so many troops, it seems that the world government is taking action seriously. At this time, Chen Mu had not yet joined the core class, but he knew that the existence of supernovae was absolutely not allowed by the world government. As for that force, we cannot let the other party grow unchecked. Supernovae are the inner power of the pirate forces. If they are all eliminated, it will be a devastating blow to the future of the pirates. And Chen Mu, who is familiar with the plot, still knows. Not only are there Straw Hat Luffy and others on this island, but there are also supernovae from other sea areas. Almost all supernovae have gathered here. Super Dynamic. Chapter 5. Island Situation, The True Demon. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5 Island Situation, The True Demon on the Island. There are scattered homestays everywhere. Tens of thousands of civilians are hiding in their own houses and dare not come out. On this lonely and helpless island, besides civilians, there are also incalculable pirates. Shampoo Island itself is a common resting place for pirates, where they supply and then set sail. I don't know what happened today, but the Navy suddenly surrounded this place, leaving them at a loss. I don't know where the pirates came from. They hid in nearby houses, observing the movements outside. Damn it! What's going on with these navies? They're just an ordinary supply station, there's no need to surround them with so many troops. Are these grandsons already planning to go to war in all respects? Damn it, don't they know this is the place where Lord Raleigh is hiding? The reason why there are so many pirates staying on the island is entirely because there is a big shot staying here. Raleigh. As the deputy of the former pirate king. After the execution of Pirate King Gold Roger, he secretly went into hiding. In fact, the Navy has always been aware of the existence of this big shot, but since Raleigh is unwilling to enter the sea again, they are too lazy to take care of it. When it comes to fighting, Raleigh's strength is not weaker than ordinary generals at all. This is also the reason why governments around the world turn a blind eye. I'm not sure, anyway, we can't escape. If it's really not possible, we'll just take these civilians. I want to see if these navies will care about their lives. A few pirates set their sights on the civilians. The civilians who heard the commotion trembled and immediately knelt on the ground begging for mercy. Sir, we are all honest and upright civilians. Don't forget, we haven't exposed your location before. The civilians on the island of Shampoo Land have always lived in harmony with pirates and have never had a big dispute. Even the bad-tempered pirates did not take action against the civilians here. This is all because there are already many descendants of pirates here. At this point, taking action is actually taking action against one's own people. I can't handle so much. Without Lord Raleigh's strength, who can escape from the island? You guys, catch these civilians now. Put a knife around your neck and leave from the back of the island. Ordinary crew members immediately obey the captain's orders. At this point, several figures walked in from outside the house. Stop it. What are you doing here? A man wearing a black and white hat walked in from outside the room, looking displeased at the pirates in front of him. With a slip of his long sword, the pirates were chopped into pieces. But it's very strange. These people who were chopped into pieces did not actually die, but crawled on the ground like living creatures. Damn it, how could that be? The person with black spots and white hats is called Luo, who is a member of a supernova. He has the ability to perform surgical procedures and can cut live objects, but he will not die. The people in front of them have all been dismembered, but their lives are worry-free. After restructuring, they can still bounce around. A bear man walked over from behind. Pebua, Luo's deputy. Captain, these are already the 7th batch of people we have encountered who want to take action against civilians. If this continues, Shampoo Island may soon become a human purgatory. Luo's forehead furrowed slightly, but he couldn't help it either. The warship surrounded the island, and I'm afraid even the rank of a general has come. Under such encirclement, let alone them, even us supernovae may find it difficult to escape. Captain, are we just giving up like this? Pebua exclaimed immediately. The current environment has become extremely harsh. If the Navy really wants to take action, even civilians will be affected, which will be a particularly terrifying disaster event. Damn it. What can I do? It's not like the group of people in the Straw Hat family. Surprisingly daring to attack the Tianlong people, what are they thinking? Do they really know about the terror of a naval general? Luo roast. In the current era, naval commanders are already at the top of the world of pirates. Everyone has not yet entered the second half of the New World, nor have they encountered the 4th Emperor. So, meeting a naval general is already the most unfortunate thing. Captain, is a naval general really so powerful? Pebua feels dissatisfied. Their supernovae have already won the title of the most impressive in the Great Voyage, and even a rear admiral is not a match for them at all. A naval general. It's just a promotion, there's nothing remarkable about it. I want to see how strong they can be. Pebua pretended to leave the house, but Luo caught him on the spot. Don't be impulsive. Our strength is not yet a match for naval generals, but our ships can escape underwater, giving us a unique advantage over other supernovae. The ship of the Heart Pirates is just a submarine. This is probably the reason why he is not worried. Luo had seen a naval general before and knew how powerful he was. After stopping Pebua's disdainful behavior, he immediately led these dismembered pirates towards the periphery. Let's go. A group of people quickly left here. The civilians present were stunned for a moment and quickly closed their own houses. At this point, the center of Shampoo Island. The other supernovae are waiting in their respective territories, a bit domineering, holding wine glasses and drinking, some lazily lying on the ground eating meat, and various postures emerge endlessly. Among these people, there are hardly anyone who is afraid of naval warships, because they are all kings of their respective seas. Lu Fei and others showed no fear at all. They looked at the gradually besieged navy and laughed, still gnawing on their own flesh and bones. Perhaps in the eyes of ordinary people, these people may appear carefree, but in the eyes of the navy lurking nearby, there is not a kind-hearted one among them. All of them are terrifying and surging beasts. That's right. In the case of different positions, the Grass Hat group and others are the true demons. When a person confronts the son of the plane, the consequences can be imagined. At least Chen Mu knows the consequences. Sanji. Are you giving me those pieces of meat? There's not enough to eat here, I still need big chunks of meat. Luffy, eat slowly, there's plenty. Huh, you guys don't have any pressure at all. These navies are all attracted by you. So what? Since Luffy has already done this, we just need to agree, who made him our captain. Sauron smiled. In the tavern in the center of the island, the people of the Straw Hat Troupe are shamelessly eating in the eyes of everyone. There is no fear of offending the Tianlong people. In the eyes of other pirates, this group of people is a true demon. Chapter 6. Don't laugh at bald men, emotions matter. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6. Don't laugh at bald men, emotions matter. Wang Yangdehai. Various warships have started attempting to log in, and as new recruits such as Chen Mu, they finally have the opportunity to approach the edge of the island. They are observing from behind the major generals. Although the specific situation is unclear, there is currently no danger. Chen Mu leaned against a large covered locust tree and directly opened the chat group of the system. Ding, you have entered the Zhutian chat group, pirate. Outside, I'm about to see Luffy on my end. How are you doing? Pirate Chen Mu was a bit excited, after all, he was about to see Luffy. Pirate. People are all foolish. They thought we could go straight to war, but now it seems like we'll have to wait a while. I won't have any final conflict with Luffy for now. Sending a message, he sat quietly under the shade of a tree waiting. After about 10 minutes, someone finally sent a message. Huoying. The protagonist Luffy. Are you going to conflict with Luffy on your end? Isn't that right? With your current strength, going up is not enough. I just found a C.level mission to leave the village on my end. Huoying Chen Mu finally replied to the message, and it can be seen that all the major Chen Mu are quite busy. After all, they have just started, and no one wants to die at the starting point of the journey. The C.level mission. That's really congratulations. Although there may be a bit of risk in the C.level mission, it should be much better than destroying the village. Is Itachi still alive now? Don't get involved with him. One day when we exterminate our tribe, we'll think of you and catch up and kill people. Huoying. That's not possible. How could that big shot know me? Anyway, I have a good relationship with Sasuke. I heard this guy has also gone on a mission, and I have Asma leading the team, so there shouldn't be any problem. Asma, that shouldn't be a problem, said the pirate under the shade of the tree. Chen Mu breathed a sigh of relief. Huoying Chen Mu had temporarily escaped the disaster, which should be considered a blessing. Other Chen Mu had little news and didn't know what he was doing. After about half an hour, he bid farewell to Huoying Chen Mu. Ding, the chat group is jumping again. Two people appeared at the same time this time. Dragon Ball. What, conflict with Luffy? What's the plot of Pirate Day now? In the world of pirates, the world government rarely conflicts with the protagonist group, but each conflict is quite serious. Last time I heard that Dada was under the command of the Yellow Ape, if I remember correctly, it should be Shampoo Island. Pirate Chen Mu was taken aback. After all, the place where he was located was indeed Shampoo Island. This old man is not a prophet, is he? Thinking that this person is my own parallel world, I shook my head. Brother Jiulong is really amazing, indeed, said the pirate. We are currently on the island, and depending on the situation, it should be because we beat up the Tianlong man. In this part of the plot, the Yellow Ape should be beating Luffy, but with Raleigh, it's probably not that simple. Raleigh will save Luffy. He is the son of the plane, where is it so easy to die? When Raleigh appears, it should be the most dangerous time. It is recommended to avoid it. Captain Chen, the pirate, breathed a sigh of relief and relieved his tension. As the saying goes, those who play the game are lost. Although several Chen Mu were all his own, with identical thoughts and memories, he saw things from different angles in different environments. If it weren't for Chen Mu's mention, he would have been a bit panicked and desperate. I'm not afraid at all now. Dragon Ball. The body skills in pirates are quite impressive. If given the opportunity, I would definitely learn them. Recently, Elephant Pa has been too close to the 7th universe. If he encounters that bastard, Dog Kong, without some body skills, he will definitely not be able to do it. Dragon Ball brother can now compete with Gokong. It seems that his strength has improved very quickly. Pirate. It's already over 3 water levels. It's estimated that Dragon Ball Brothers' world will graduate as soon as possible. Frisha and others should have already solved it, right? Dragon Ball. I'm not sure about that. I've been by Elephant Pa's side all along, and in the 6th universe, I'm not parallel to the main characters in time and space. Maybe I'll have a chance to meet him in a cosmic level competition. That's really a bit boring, said the pirate. The strength of Dragon Ball's Chen Mu is no longer what it used to be. Among all Chen Mu, he is the most powerful, but also the least profound, because the Dragon Ball world only has pure physical skills and no major moves. Guipai Qigong may be the most complex. Dragon Ball. Don't praise me. I'm just lucky. If I hadn't met Elephant Pa, I would have had to work hard like everyone else. Dragon Ball Chen Mu laughed. I'm really envious, said Jiulong. Chen Mu sighed, covering the sky. Covering the heavenly world, the plot has not yet begun, and it is also the slowest rhythm. You should know that cultivators can easily endure for 100 or 200 years, which is the most difficult time for them. Dragon Ball. Brother, when you become a god in the later stage, we will probably still be wandering in the ordinary universe. We all hope that you can break the void and take us to the vast world to play. In the later stages of the world of obscuration, one can still grow. Everyone naturally envied it. Definitely. Upon hearing these words, Chen Mu finally felt much more comfortable. Time has passed for a while again. The meeting is probably coming to an end. The pirate Chen Mu finally remembered. By the way, why didn't you see Marvel World's brother this time? His last part drawing was okay, although it wasn't useful, it was also relatively simple. I can proficiently dismantle firearms now. Marvel World is a technology world, and the scientific research and technology inside are naturally amazing. In this backward world like pirates, the level of high-tech is far behind. Although Marvel's drawings can only dismantle some basic parts, they can still be called a master of firearms when used in today's technology. Pirate Chen Mu improved the gun in his hand. The chat group waited for a few seconds. Someone has replied. He had a private conversation before, said Dragon Ball. It said that Stark is going to make illusions. His work is too busy, and if I guess correctly, he should be staying up late and working overtime. Overtime. You're not a programming ape, are you? Said the pirate Dragon Ball. It should be. A big programming ape. It's probably not long before this guy turns bald. The malicious intent at the scene is also unknown. Upon hearing the 3 words, program monkey, even the other planes laughed at themselves. Marvel Chen Mu would probably cry if he saw the chat group saying these things. Pirate. Everyone, this chat record cannot be deleted. Be careful when you speak, don't damage the brothers' feelings. Chapter 7. The Grass Hat Troupe is completely extinguished. Grandpa will eventually be your grandfather. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7. The Grass Hat Troupe is completely extinguished. Grandpa will eventually be your grandfather, pirate. Be careful if Marvel doesn't give you good equipment or a few misfired guns next time, then it won't be good. The scene suddenly became quite awkward. I'll quickly send more messages. Dragon Ball. Yes, that's right. Send more smiling faces and squeeze in information. When Marvel arrives, you shouldn't be able to see it anymore. Pirate. Pirate. Hey, you can't be so good at scrolling through pictures. The chat group received over 999 messages in half a second. Huoying. Must not die easily +1, pirate. Must die hard +2, a long time has passed. Finally, there's not much news left. At this point, as the immediate superior of Pirate Chen Mu, the yellow ape landed on the island from the warship. He exuded a domineering side slip from the beginning, even if he didn't show any strength, his appearance alone was much more impressive than that of an ordinary person. Just wearing a sad face. TSK, this is the yellow ape, one of the 3 great generals. Pirate Chen Mu was carefully examining beside him. The yellow ape looks old and dignified, without any trace of authority. Although the momentum is astonishing, it is just a matter of momentum. In Chen Mu's eyes, he is just a terrible old man. Yo-yo, is this Shampoo Island? It's much more desolate than I imagined. The yellow ape got off the ship and put on the cloak of a general that the soldiers had already prepared. Waved his hand to the soldiers around him. Suddenly, the soldiers on both sides are sweating profusely. In the eyes of these people, the yellow ape is almost equivalent to a god, and no one can compare with it, even supernovae are no exception. Huoying Chen wanted to make a few roast, but his eyes were dazed. Next second, the yellow ape is gone. That's right. Just like disappearing out of thin air. The yellow ape, the 3 great generals of the navy, disappeared from everyone's eyes. In the center of the island, Lu Fei and others just finished drinking from the bar and appeared. They are drunk and walk unsteadily. According to the plan, they will find the approaching ships and then fight out from the encirclement of the navy. Although there are many navies, as the supernova of the protagonist group, there is no fear at all. It's just around the corner to leave. Wait, something's coming over. Luffy's eyes suddenly froze. He frowned and a sad face appeared in front of him. Hee, did you react well? The yellow ape kicked its legs towards the road. Kick at the speed of light. Almost no delay. The attack of the yellow ape old man is already stuck in front of his face. Pang. Unstoppable. As a member of a supernova, the protagonist Luffy couldn't even block and was kicked out by the yellow ape's sparkling fruit ability. Boom. A deep pit was smashed into the bar wall. Luffy. The people of the Straw Hat Troupe are in a hurry. The people present looked at each other in confusion. Sauron pulled out his demonic sword and assumed a 3-bladed posture, while Usopp picked up his slingshot. Nami and Robin were both very vigilant watching from the side. And around the battlefield. All the other supernovae in the tavern looked at the yellow ape in front of them like cowards. Isn't it? Is this the legendary yellow ape? Those onlookers were like looking at monsters, looking at the general's cloak in front of them. Oh, so many people, everyone looks like monsters, it's so scary. The yellow ape straightened up and changed back to the image of wearing a robe. His appearance shocked everyone. These are the three great generals. Unmatched. Just now. The yellow ape has just landed on the edge of the island of Shampoo Land. It's only been a while now, and it's already in the middle of the island. Its speed is incalculable, even the usually confident Supernova did not expect the Navy to be so fast. Luffy is just a bit sensitive. Cough. The sign of the tavern hit the head. Luffy squeezed his body out of the store wall. His chest collapsed and his ribs were almost broken. The speed of light kick just now was too fast, even he couldn't react. Even if he came again, he probably couldn't defend against the attack of the yellow ape. This is the strength of a general level. Luffy, are you okay? Joba panicked and came to Luffy's side. He took out his stethoscope and quickly examined Luffy. The rest of the crew naturally won't let the yellow ape do whatever it wants. Sauron swung his knife horizontally and headed straight towards the position of the yellow ape. 3 Dao Flow. 3,000 worlds. All the surrounding air was swept up by the knife technique. A fierce whirlwind appeared in front of the yellow ape. The lurking Navy dared not move at all, nervously watching the slashing in front of them. Drink. Sanji also walked around from the crowd to the back of the yellow ape. He is very cautious. Found a corner, the big foot has already kicked towards the back of the yellow ape. Thigh meat, skewered and chopped. Kicking from bottom to top. Sanji's leg strike is equally powerful, even ordinary supernovae cannot be easily welcomed. Unfortunately. They are facing yellow apes. Sorry, if that's all, I'm afraid it's not enough, laughed the yellow ape. 8-foot mirror. The yellow ape is gone. That's right. Just in front of everyone, the body of the yellow ape disappeared again. The next second, someone else appeared in mid-air, their fists fiercely sweeping a golden light towards the two of them. The strength is enough, but the speed is not good. If that's all, we won't be able to hit the person at all. The yellow ape sneered. Sauron and Sanji couldn't stop at all. He collided hard and was hit again by the yellow ape's 8-foot mirror. His body rolled and he fell into a field like Luffy. The battle at the level of a general is so simple. Supernova doesn't even have any resistance ability and was seriously injured by the yellow ape team. Isn't that right? This is the general. He doesn't even have any flaws. The other supernovae are panicking. Terrifying. Even with the use of fruit abilities, there is no chance to take advantage of it. The power of the Navy headquarters is really so unshakable. Kid rolled up his arm at the cuffs, unable to move. Other supernovae are also. After divination, the chance of survival is less than 2%, and the chance of survival in a battle is only 0%. Hawkins, who is skilled in divination, calculated his own fortune and left everyone behind on the spot, retreating to the end. There are only a few brainless barbarians around. Damn it, we must find a way to run. The people present each had ulterior motives and sharp eyes. At this point, far around the shampoo bar, teams of elite navies surrounded. Sure enough, the Navy is still here. They definitely won't let the yellow ape fight alone. The footsteps of some elites quickly echoed on the island, and the pirate was surrounded by these people before they could escape. Behind these elites, a sneaky Navy hides at the end. He looked at the battlefield and whispered to himself. Brothers, have you seen this position clearly? Chapter 8. The Great Crisis. Raleigh vs. Yellow Ape. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8. The Great Crisis. Raleigh vs. Yellow Ape. Being close can be dangerous. I cannot guarantee whether I will still survive. The sunlight shone on this person's face, revealing his identity. Pirate Chen Mu. Aha, I see it, I see it. Although I can't see the specifics, the battlefield scene is already very clear. Dragon Ball. Pirate, thank you very much. You're going up the high slope a bit. If not, let's climb the tree. We need to observe these battle scenes carefully. Dragon Ball Chen Mu has the strongest strength and is already able to see the movements of the yellow ape clearly. Observing it on sight naturally brings immense excitement. Pirate Chen Mu rushed up the tree without anyone noticing. This position is just right, you can have a panoramic view of all the scenes. Pirate Chen Mu has opened a video live stream for everyone. Dragon Ball. Wow, this is the yellow ape. There are some tricks that look exactly like my inner uncle. It's truly the real world. Fire Shadow. I am decisive and skilled in fighting skills. Although I use the fruit ability, my physical skill is also excellent, and I am worthy of being an old fogey among the three generals. Covering the sky. Are you sure you're not blowing a glass? Why can't I see anything? Chen Mu, who covers the sky, is just an ordinary person and cannot capture scenes of battle. Watching the battle, I can only stare blankly. Dragon Ball. You need to exert more force, concentrate more and you'll see it. Really, you don't have to deceive me. Chen Mu, who was covering the sky in the video, widened his eyes again, but the battle scenes were not so easy to see. Even the pirate Chen Mu at the live broadcast expressed confusion. Marvel. Brothers, stop joking. Only in this scene can ghosts see clearly. Marvel brother is also an ordinary person. It is obvious that Marvel and Chen Mu, who covers the sky, cannot see clearly. Although Chen Mu in One Piece world can see a little fur, almost all colors are moving, and the details at the ends cannot be captured at all. It's not a level of combat. By now, Raleigh should have appeared, right? At this pace, the Straw Hat Squad can't hold on anymore. Dragon Ball. Isn't that right? Watching the commotion, Luffy was almost on his last breath. Marvel. No, I don't think so. I remember the original work didn't seem so intense. Luffy wouldn't have died of the butterfly effect just because of our appearance. Pirate. Covering the sky. In the scene. Luffy has been completely defeated in battle. Sauron and others attempted to resist, but were all rubbed against the ground by the yellow ape. At this point in time, the Straw Hat team is not a match for the yellow ape. Because they didn't learn to be domineering, they didn't even have the qualification to fight, which is the gap between the mainstream and the world government today. Other supernovae also vary. Their hearts were already divided, and with the yellow ape's move being too shocking, they dared not become outstanding birds. They only wanted to protect themselves without any resistance. After a period of time, the chat group suddenly started ringing. Dragon Ball. The big shot is here. Boss. Where is it? Said the pirate. I see it, near the tavern, said Huoying Marvel. Where? Why didn't I see it? Covering the sky. I didn't see +1, the atmosphere suddenly changed. The originally arrogant yellow ape suddenly became serious after the chat group started ringing. He looked up at a corner next to him and shook off the general's cloak. The naval elite next to him quickly went over to catch the cloak. Yo. Who should I be? Isn't this the famous Hades king? What's going on? You're not trying to stand up for this little ghost, are you? Raleigh. Next to the tavern. Slowly welcomed an old man wearing a white robe. He wore reading glasses, full of vitality, and although his hair was gray, his walking posture was still robust. Raleigh smiled and looked at the yellow ape in front of him. We cannot let you strangle these young people in the cradle. You are old and their era is just about to begin. The surrounding navy saw Raleigh appear and immediately cleared the battlefield. Even the supernova that was originally intended to escape stopped. This is the underworld King Raleigh. Legend has it that he has been lurking on Shampoo Island since Roger's execution. I thought it was a legend, but I didn't expect it to be true. Raleigh. The legendary man. The deputy of the One Piece. It turns out to be the coding master on the island. Many people present had already come into contact with Raleigh before, but they did not recognize him. Raleigh's face has changed too much. And no one expected that the once famous Hades King would become a humble coding master. It's time to end. Raleigh suddenly had an extra long sword on his wrist. He looked at the yellow ape and quickly swept over. Raleigh. How dare you do this? The yellow ape was surprised. He didn't expect Raleigh to take the initiative to attack. But it's not important. Raleigh's move meant that his general became a decoration. As the former deputy of the Pirate King, the Underworld King, Raleigh is definitely not as incompetent as imagined. With his current strength, he is also one of the top figures. Drink. 8-foot mirror. After 2 flashes. Everything nearby has been annihilated. All the debris surrounding, as well as the ordinary navy, collapsed on the side without any doubt. A supernova would dare to delay seeing such a scene. The yellow ape was restrained. Isn't that right? The best time to escape. Not good, those pirates are running away. Some elite navies finally discovered. They quickly started shooting towards these supernovae with guns and cannons. All other non-commissioned officers and generals rushed up. A chaotic battle of bees has begun. Pirate Chen Mu is so numb here. The battle of a supernova is extraordinary. Although he is hiding on a tree in the corner, this distance is not safe. You should know that a single strike from an ordinary supernova can cause a sensation of more than 10 meters, let alone 11 in total. Even an injured Luffy is not something he can handle. Not good, brothers, you're dying young, said the pirate. A few light waves exploded. Pirate. Brothers, I can't stay in this place anymore. The yellow ape is really useless. I can't even deal with such a little pirate. It's really killing me. Subordinates with supernovae have already swept towards the surrounding navy. Ah! There were screams along the way. Before coming down from the tree, several subordinates of the gang Godfather have discovered Chen Mu hidden on the tree. There's still a navy here. Kill him. That's right, kill him. The clamoring pirates completely surrounded Chen Mu. Waiting on, there's only one dead end. Chapter 9. Suddenly, there is light in the eyes. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9. Suddenly, there is light in the eyes, brothers, it seems that my journey through time has come to an end. Don't worry, when Brother Jiulong becomes a god from ancient times, remember to save me from the river of time. Pirate Chen Mu revealed his determination to die. Ding, Dragon Ball is facing you with a rental inquiry. Would you be willing to rent it? Rent. What the hell is that? After seeing this prompt, Pirate Chen Mu was stunned for a moment, but seeing so many guns aimed at him below, there was no room for him to continue thinking. I directly clicked on yes. Ping. A gunshot. Duh. Bullets shot at him like fiery snakes, free of charge. Various hot weapons and energy attacks shot towards Chen Mu's handsome face. Ping pong. The bullet hit the pirate Chen Mu's body, just like it hit the super alloy metal body, and surprisingly, it also threw sparks. What's the situation? Why can't we penetrate? This navy has some tricks. The gangster pirates below were stunned and they saw that the bullet did not kill Chen Mu. All kinds of firearms, just bombard on steel. I remember there was a skill called iron block in the Navy's 6 styles. It seems that this navy is at the level of a cadre, no wonder it is so powerful. I see, I thought I was a capable person. It turned out to be Navy Type 6. Haha. Even if there is the Navy's Type 6, what's going on? The cost of this move is huge, I want to see how long it can hold on. A series of attacks cannot stop at all. The sparks of collision were like raindrops, causing Chen Mu to jump up and down on the tree. Ouch ouch. It's so itchy. So itchy. My grass. This is too itchy, isn't it? The pirate Chen Mu on the tree jumped up and down in discomfort. He doesn't know what the situation is, anyway, these pirate bullets are like itching and scratching, making him feel uncomfortable, not much better than ants on their bodies. Squeak. The branch finally broke because it couldn't withstand the damage of bullets. Pirate Chen Mu fell directly towards the ground due to temporary instability. I'll go. It's too late, Grandma. These sun thieves. Chen Mu fell to the ground. A deep pit has been smashed on the ground. Deep pit. 10 meters long. 10 meters wide. 10 meters deep. Huoying. Covering the sky. Marvel. What happened? Where am I? Who am I, Dad, who am I? Everyone present was silent. It took a while for the system to react. The surface has been completely destroyed by Chen Mu. Huoying. Oh my goodness, what happened? Pirate brother, when did you become so powerful? Marvel. Old Six. You clearly say you're just an ordinary naval officer. Do you think this is ordinary? If this is ordinary, Iron Man is a complete scumbag. Covering the sky. I'll just take a look, don't speak. The scene was uncontrollable for a moment. Even the pirate Chen Mu himself cannot explain. After a few seconds, Dragon Ball Chen Mu made a sound. Dragon Ball. Sorry, this is probably my pot. Dragon Ball. Just now, it was a close call. I rented my abilities to the pirate brother, and I don't know the specific situation, but I have no other choice. Huoying. Did you rent your abilities to the pirate brother? Huoying Chen Mu sounds very surprised. The original meaning of renting is this. He doesn't know, and neither do the others. There are many functions of the system that need to be explored by oneself. No one else knows. I'm not sure, but I have no other choice, said Dragon Ball, covering the sky. Marvel. +1, so leasing means that. Everyone knows that renting is lending one's own strength. The pirate Chen Mu at the scene stood up from the ground feeling dizzy. He only felt the strength all over his body, and all the cells in his body swelled one by one. Oh my goodness, my muscles are bursting. Where are my clothes? No way, I actually burst out. Why did everyone around me die? How did they die? Marvel. Didn't you crush me to death? Pirate Chen Mu never expected that the power of the Dragon Ball would be so powerful. You know. Dragon Ball Chen Mu has reached level 3. This strength can completely explode stars. The highest level of the people on the pirates cannot reach the level of destroying the planet, which means that the current Chen Mu is already enough to destroy the world. I haven't figured it out yet, and I'm not ready either. Pirate Chen Mu was dumbfounded. At this moment, a few inconspicuous pirates saw Chen Mu killing several of their companions and immediately rushed towards Chen Mu. Chen Mu didn't want to take action. Wave your hand slightly towards them, and the strong wind blowing out will directly turn these pirates into bones. Once again retreating, the ground thrust from the surface directly pierced through the throats of dozens of capable individuals. Every move is a human life. Even if Chen Mu hurriedly squatted on the ground, the entire island sank by 1 meter due to the extent of his squatting. The entire terrain of Shampoo Island has changed. Supernova. Dot. Rear Admiral. Dot. Ordinary Pirate. Dot. Yellow Ape. What just happened? Raleigh. Earthquakes, it's okay. Shampoo Island often experiences earthquakes, and I'm used to it. Raleigh expressed great surprise. The two kings disregarded their surroundings and fought again. At this point, Dragon Ball Brother's face has turned rosy. Brother. How did you do it? It's just a year, you've reached this level. The Dragon Ball world is so terrifying. Marvel. Oh my goodness. What kind of power is this? If I had the power, would I still need to work here at Stark? What else are you doing? I'll just learn from you. Huoying. Brother, I won't take on any more missions. Rent my power now, and I'll go kill Itachi. How dare I exterminate the clan? I want to see, with my Dragon Ball brother on the stage, how dare Yuji Bo Itachi do this? The chat group suddenly became hot. Dragon Ball Brother's face has turned from red to purple. Dragon Ball. Everyone, it's not that exaggerated, it's just a small ability, and this ability cannot be borrowed casually, only for a short period of time. If used too vigorously, it will quickly dissipate. At this moment and here, the pirate Chen Mu did feel that this power was passing through his body. Pirate. Dragon Ball Brother is right. This power is indeed difficult to maintain. Based on my current feeling, it may only last for half an hour, and it cannot be used without restrictions. If you release a big move, it will probably be lifted in an instant. Pirate Chen Mu felt that although his power was infinite, he could not achieve the goal of exploding stars. Although the system does not explain anything about renting, there are still some limitations. No matter what. Although we can't achieve a supernova explosion, it's still possible to eliminate a few supernovae. I even feel like the Pluto Raleigh isn't much of a deal. Pirate Chen Mu suddenly became confident. Shake your hands and feet. Suddenly, there was a light in my eyes. I swear in chapter 10, I just moved my finger. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. I swear in chapter 10, I just moved my finger. In the center of the battlefield. The general, the yellow ape, is still fighting against Raleigh. The supernovae around have broken through the final blockade. Led by Eustace Kid. The rear seats are Ancient Species. Dragon Fruit. X. Drake. Long-Handed Tribe. Musical Instrument Fruit. Apu. Gangster Godfather. Capone. Becky. Explosive Food King. Joey Ellie. Boney. Empty Island. Strange Monk. Ulki. Kira. Sauron. There is also Luffy, who is being carried by Joba and undergoing emergency evacuation. Luo and Hawkins are not here. Luo had already run away before the war broke out, and as a fortune teller, Hawkins would not engage in such a death-at-a-glance battle. All the supernovae have almost converged. We can't procrastinate anymore, we must get rid of these people as soon as possible. Chen Mu, who understood his position, slowly stood in front of all the supernovae. He is wearing a navy uniform. The justice behind it directly exposed his identity. This is what he took from the navy defeated by supernovae. It seems that the yellow ape took off just now. Now draped over him, it feels like a senior cadre. There are not only supernovae facing us. And all the pirates they belong to, from the number of people, there are at least hundreds of elite pirates. But none of these are problems. I'm sorry, in order to uphold world justice, I'm afraid I can't let you leave. Chen Mu has filled the cup. He doesn't usually fill cups, but when he does, he's not a person. Don't be fooled by Chen Mu's usual obedience, it's all because he didn't have the opportunity to fill the cup. Now that he has finally caught it, how could he miss this opportunity to get it? Do you really think that there is no one left in the world government? Chen Mu smiled. The atmosphere in the venue became solemn. Wanton destruction and reckless behavior. Justice may be late, but he will never be absent. Chen Mu gradually revealed his lines in his heart. Chen Mu, who could only watch in chat groups, felt envious and anxious in his heart. They are all one person, and what Chen Mu is doing is naturally what they are thinking in their hearts. Dragon Ball. It's like filling a cup. Huoying. It seems like filling a cup +1. +2. +3. Who is this person? At the center of the battle. The people present looked at Chen Mu in front of them in shock. Although the other party has not yet taken action, it can be reflected from his words and the aura of cupping that he is not an ordinary person. I guess he's also a great general. Wearing the cloak of a great general on one's body is even more intimidating. Damn it, this is just such a big place. Sending 2 generals in a row is really despicable. Damn it. Take action. Kid has gone berserk. Crush and hit with both hands. Surrounding blades, firearms, steel. All integrated into Kid's wrist. He is a magnetic person, turning all the steel around him into his own. All the substances containing iron properties were used by him to assemble into huge arms, and he padded towards Chen Mu's body. Castle. Full size. Boss. Karpenberg integrated his body into the fruit, forming a huge tank castle from the inside out. This is his fortress. The castle was several tens of meters tall, and hundreds of gangster pirates rushed out from inside, launching a crazy hot weapon attack on Chen Mu. The bullets shot out wildly. We really can't procrastinate anymore. Kid. Listen to my music carefully. The instrument, Apu, pulled out his tongue and flicked it fiercely, making a crisp harp sound. With the sound of the harp, Chen Mu's body exploded without warning. Every time Apu shook his body, Chen Mu's body kept exploding, unable to stop at all. Several attacks have trapped Chen Mu in the center of the battle. Boom. Smoke explosion dissipates in the explosion. So repeated. In a few tens of seconds. Chen Mu's figure reappeared from the darkness. This is all your strength. Chen Mu smiled and said. Sure enough. As he expected, the strength of Dragon Ball World was far greater than that of Pirates World. Even if it was over 3, it could already walk horizontally in this world. Even if it's only a short half hour, it's enough to clean them up. That's enough. Get out of here. With a loud roar. Chen Mu didn't even move his hand. By relying solely on sound, these arrogant supernovae are directly knocked out by the sonic boom. Closer. Even powerful individuals like Kid, who possess a domineering aura, have yet to escape their coma. No way. This is too strong. The people in the chat group looked at each other in confusion. It's gone. All the supernovae are gone. All the pirates, including their subordinates, fell to the ground. Just like no resistance, their actions are of no use. Fight back. Seems like it didn't fight back. Hehe, it seems like they are all vulnerable to a single blow. Chen Mu walked towards Raleigh with a smile on his face. At this moment, he suddenly stopped. My face turned as if I had been holding my urine, and it turned black. Brother, there seems to be a problem. I used too much force just now, and I can't hold on to my strength for long. Huoying. What? How long has it been? I was hoping this force could help me solve the weasel. It's gone in such a short time, that's not enough. Huoying. Itachi's tactical retreat makes me cold. I can't say I'm disappointed, I can only say I'm very disappointed. Dragon Ball Chen Mu also feels unbelievable. Dragon Ball. No, I can only rely on this little bit of strength. I feel like it should be very long. Are you trying it? Dragon Ball Chen Mu felt incredulous. According to his plan, at least he can hold on for a while. Pirate Chen Mu also shook his head and said, based on my estimation, I can only move my finger. Then hurry up and run, said Huoying. Mr. Raleigh is too powerful. You've moved so many supernovae, we won't spare you. Get ready quickly and run away. We can't die in such a place. Agree. Marvel. Agree +1. Dragon Ball. Well, hurry up and leave. The days ahead are still waiting for everyone. The people in the chat group are all ready. At this moment, Pirate Chen Mu took a deep breath and slowly raised his finger. Okay, let me finish moving this finger first, said the pirate. He finished the sentence calmly. A beam of light shot towards Raleigh in front of him. Half a second later. Raleigh is gone. That's right. Raleigh is gone. He disappeared from the map as a whole. Just in an instant, before everyone could react, his figure disappeared from the map. There is only a handful of bare sand dunes in place. Yellow ape. What about making fur? Dragon Ball. Dot. Marvel. Dot. Covering the sky. Dot. Hokage. What? Huoying. Hey buddy, are you playing with monkeys? Didn't you say you could only move your fingers? Everyone was angry in an awkward chat group a few seconds later. Yes, I only moved my finger once, said the pirate Dragon Ball. Dot. Huoying. Did you just move your finger a little? Did you just seconds Raleigh? In anger. But I really only moved my finger once, said the pirate, covering the sky. Dot. Dragon Ball. Grandpa. He installed it again. Marvel. Dish. Huoying. Grandpa. Master +1. +2 +3 +4 infinite loop PS. The new book is not easy. I beg everyone to give me some flowers, tips, feedback, and comments. Thank you. If there is one, it will explode tomorrow at 10 o'clock.